Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Kwadash Payah. As you can see here, quick update article: MTA spending $1 million a month for private security guard amid crackdown on fare invasion in subway system, stopping turnstile jumpers while addressing safety and slowly paying off. New York City Transit and police leaders testified before a joint hearing of the City Council Transportation and Public Safety Committees Monday, right? Now we know about the pilot program. There's how these transportation systems are going digital, heading towards 2023. And now they're having all these private, quote unquote, security companies in these stations. Now go figure, right? And they've been having these spokesmen talking about how transportation centers are unsafe and yada yada yada. But we know about when the scriptures speak about how a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, because you're gonna have set up zones on highways and you know basically you're gonna need a digital device real soon to get on any buses, any planes, right? Digital passports, any trains, right? Any fucking boats or whatever you can use to go from one city or state or country to another. People's gonna desire that and won't be able to, right? Because they're not plugged into this beast or digital system by, having that, inside your body. But this is all systematically designed for that. So when you see things like this, you got to remember when Paul said, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, the technology. So be not ignorant of anything small or great, as the prophecy is saying. To be ignorant of something is to not know, you know? And this is also going to cause divisions, because you have here anti-you-know-what are the latest group of awful people we now have to worry about, because now they're saying also the J to the A to the B are more susceptible to car crashes. So it's comedic. It's very deceptive, and this is what's going to cause divisions, fulfilling also the prophecy of what Isaiah 19, I believe, where it speaks about the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Basically, people in the same city or country, are going to be divided amongst each other. You got anti messiahs as well, those that are anti anointed, anti this, anti that, right? So, and this is all coming in the name of convenience with technology, and also here they're coming in the name of safety. So you got to remember these key words. Now, let me get a scripture real quick in the book, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, right? Right? You can't believe it. Like it says here, as the embattled system has struggled to return to pre-pandemic ridership levels amid public safety concerns and a looming multi-billion-dollar budget deficit. Right? People are more so-called crimes are happening with the transportation centers, people losing things, people, things like that. Which when they'll come in with something like this, it'll be easier to quote unquote track people, track criminals. You see, if you understand what I mean, when it comes down to what? Reverse psychology, right? And see how they're looking, how they're putting, let's see, the anti, the anti, you know what, right here being connected to this, which this came out first, the jump shot, which from the apostles on down to brothers that's prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine, has spoke about this coming first before this right here, which will lead to the hour of temptation, Revelation 3 and 10, and also Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. You see? But they're also linking this, as you can see highlighted in the blue, right? With statements they're using as the anti-S word right here, right? Because you got something called divide and conquer. So they know what they're doing, man. You know? So real quick, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. I'm gonna start at I'll start at 15. It says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire right, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power," which is um, division. "And a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able." I want to get this real quick because it's pretty relevant, as well as another precept to back it up. How the scriptures speak about how the people shall flee into their own land. Right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 27. "So that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and the cliffs of the rocks." Right? So, you can have people, fleeing, right? Fleeing the city, because of this, right? You had our people in the time of the Maccabees during Antiochus Epiphanes. Our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites, had to flee from Greece, from not Greece exactly, but from the Grecians, to the mountains, just to keep certain traditions and circumcise the children, keeping, um, Sabbath days and certain things like that, right? If the king caught you, and that was what under his law, under the laws of the king, which is now, these wicked devices that shall not go to come to pass, meaning to be fully established. These are the laws of the king, right? Which the scriptures, Yahweh, Most High, and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai told us, to not, um, basically, to not bow to this image, you know. And this is heavy right here. Lord willing, I'll leave this article in the description box below. But this is why everything's becoming more of a fourth industrial revolution through this technology. Anyway, with that, shalom.